Peace, y'all. It's your girl Sandra, and I'm back with another guitar tutorial. And today we're going to learn the notes on the guitar fretboard. All right, I'm so excited about today's guitar lesson because this is something that I have been dying to do for so many years, and finally it's going to become a reality, and we're going to do it together. I'm going to make two parts to this video. We're going to learn the first 3 strings. So we're going to start on the low E string, and we're going to learn all the notes there, all the notes on the 5th string, the A string, and all the notes on the 4th string, which is the D string. So we're going to start there, and then next week I'm going to do another video and we're going to continue, and we're going to learn all the notes. Check this out, all of these notes right here, we're going to get them down and packed. If you take a good look, you'll notice that all the notes on the strings are different. On each string, there's a different letter note. Okay, so it's very challenging to really understand the guitar if you don't know the notes on the guitar, because then you can't really relate the notes to other notes. It's kind of like your map of what you're doing. You don't have a good understanding of what you're playing. You're randomly guessing the notes, and if you're only using your ears, it could be, you know, it can cause a lot of problems in your development and in your learning, and it definitely has done that for me. So I'm not going to wait any longer. We're gonna do this together, and I'm so excited about it. All right, so first of all, we have to learn the notes, and there's 12 notes on any standard instrument. What are those 12 notes? A to G in the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, that makes 7 different notes. And then it always goes back to the octave, right? And it goes back to A. And, if you use the piano as an example, you have white notes and you have black notes. The white notes are considered prime notes. Those prime notes are the root notes, and they have no sharps or flats. The secondary notes, which are the sharps and the flats, are the black notes, and those are 5 keys. And the reason why there's not an additional 7 is because between B and C and E and F, there is no sharp or flat. So that's why there's 12 notes, because it's a rule that between B and C and E and F, there are no accidentals or sharps or flats. So if you look at the chart that I have right here, this is a C major scale. The C major scale is basically the layout of the piano. The piano starts on a C note and it goes all the way up to its octave. So on the piano you have C, D, this is counting up the white notes, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C. It's a C major scale. A C major scale has no sharps and no flats. So we're going to relate this to the guitar, understanding the prime notes on the guitar, and we're going to talk about the secondary notes on the guitar as well. It's a lot different than it is on the piano because we don't have the black notes representing the sharps and the flats. So we're going to look at a couple of different ways to approaching memorizing the notes on your guitar. It's all going to depend on what works for you and where you are on your guitar journey. So once you get started with this, it's important that you spend some time daily with this so that it becomes second nature to you. So the first thing that we need to do is discuss the actual notes that are on the guitar. Then we're going to apply it to a string. Also, there's a unison octave guitar trick that I'd like to show you that's also going to allow you to understand and relate the notes on your fretboard. So we're going to ask ourselves, what are the notes? How to apply them to each string? And then I'm going to show you a trick to memorize them across the fretboard. All right, guys, so now we're going to start on the 6th string of the guitar. So let's pick up our guitar. Okay, this 6th string is an E string. It's our low E string. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by learning the prime notes on this 6th string. We're not going to worry about sharps or flats just yet. We're only going to learn the prime notes on the 6th string of the guitar. Once we learn the prime notes, then we're going to learn the notes in between, the sharps and the flats. So we have open E. On the 1st fret, we have an F. We're going to skip the sharps and the flats because we're only doing the prime notes on the first string. So we're gonna go straight to G. So we got open E, F, and G. Okay, we got E, that's open E. We got 1, which is the first fret, which is F. So F1 and G3. Okay, we're gonna skip to the 5th fret where we have A. A is the 5th fret. We're gonna skip to B. Now, like I told you before, between B and C and E and F, there are no sharps or flats. So instead of going, the B is gonna go straight to C because there's no sharp or flat, okay? So we go from B to C. And from C, we're gonna go to D. And from D, we're gonna go to E, back to the octave, okay? So let's try that again. We've got an open E. We're gonna hit that first fret, which is an F. F1. G3, 3rd fret, G. Remember, this can be a G flat or F sharp. Okay, that's why we're leaving that empty. We're only learning the prime notes. We got G here. We're skipping this one. We're gonna go here. That's A. A is on the 5th fret. We're gonna skip A and we're gonna go to B. Between B and C, there's no sharps or flats, so we're just gonna slide right down there to C. And then we're gonna skip this one because this is C sharp, right? D flat, and we're gonna go right to D. And then from D, we're gonna go to E. And E, the prime notes, F, G, A, B, C, D, and E. So now even if you just memorize that much for 1 week, it's fine. You can go over this video as many times as you like, but you're not gonna need it. It's more personal practice, daily practice with your guitar, sitting with it and memorizing the notes. You want to visually see it in your head. On the 5th fret, I have an A string. On the 7th fret, it's a B string. On the 10th fret, it's a D. On the 12th fret, it's an E. On the 3rd fret, it's a G. Okay, you want to know that and really visualize it and get it in your head. All right, so let's go over it one more time. We got open E, F, G, A, B, C, D, and to the octave. F is 1. G is 3, A is 5, B is 7, C is 8, D is 10, and E is 12. The dots are there to help you visually see the odd frets. So use those dots. Okay? That first dot is G. The 2nd dot is A. The 7th dot is B. The 9th dot is actually C sharp. And then the 2 dots are 12. There's no exact correlation between the notes in music and the dots on the guitar fretboard other than helping you visualize where the notes are on the fretboard. Okay guys, so now we're going to learn the sharps and flats on the 6th string. And we refer to those as accidentals. They also can be called enharmonic notes. Okay, so remember we have the open E. There's no sharps or flats, so it goes straight to F. And then the next note is F sharp, okay? Or G flat. So if you go backwards, the note is always going to be flatted. It's going to be that note flatted. So for an example, this is G. If you take it down, it's flatted a half step, okay? G flat. Now, if you go up the fretboard, it's being sharped or raised. So that's F sharp. So when you go up the fret and going up. You hear it, it's literally going up, right? You hear like the tone is going up. So when you go up, you sharp it. When you go flat, you go down. You see, it's going down. So flatting is lowering the pitch, sharp is raising the pitch, okay? So E, F, F sharp. Then of course we have G, right? And then what do we have? G sharp or A flat, okay? That's on the 4th string. A flat or G sharp. We have A, and then we have A sharp or B flat. Okay, this is B, we have C, right? There's no sharps or flats between B and C. So, you know, B is on the 7th fret. Just think, a half step down is C. That's on the 8th fret. After C, what do you have? C sharp. C sharp can also be D flat, okay? Because this is D. So this can also be D flat or C sharp. You have D here, you have D sharp or E flat. D sharp or E flat. And there's E. Okay? So spend some time with that and practice it. Just kind of like randomly playing the notes. You know, 4th fret, that's A flat or G sharp. Okay, that's the 8th fret, right after B, that's C. You know, the 10th fret, it's D. So spend some time with that. You can even go backwards, E, E flat, or D sharp, D. Okay, so now we're gonna learn the 2nd note on the guitar, and that's the A string. We have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and A, the octave. Okay, so we have A, we're skipping A sharp, we're going to B, we're just playing the prime notes, half step to C, whole step to D, whole step to E, half step to F, whole step to G, and one more whole step to A. Okay, so now we're gonna add in the sharps and the flats. So we have open A sharp or B flat, B to C. We have C sharp or D flat, D sharp or E flat. You see that? This is E going to F, F sharp, where that dot is. And you can start using these dots again to tell you E is on the 7th fret, D is on the 5th fret of the 5th string, C is on the 3rd fret, so C3, D5, E7, F sharp, 9. We have G, 10, and we have G sharp or A flat, 11, and back to the octave, 12, A. Okay? Now you play the A on the E string, the 6th string. Open A and A. Those are all A's. Sorry. Okay, so now you have some different varieties there. We're learning, okay? So now, let's do that one more time. We have open E, open A sharp, B, C, C sharp, or D flat, D. Okay, that's D sharp or E flat. E, remember, half step to F. That's F sharp, G, G sharp or A flat, and A. Okay? Now let's hit this last string here. We're gonna learn the prime notes. What string is this? It's a D. Look at that. There's a D on the 5th fret right there. You know, it's good to play with your guitar like this and just play the notes. There's another D here. Right? So we have D here, and an open D here. Okay? So after D, let's just hit the prime notes. What do we have? E. Okay, because this is D sharp. This is open D. This is D sharp. And this is E. Okay? E, look at open E, same note. Then we have an E here on the 7th fret of the 5th string. Look at that. All right, so now you can start to relate the notes as we learn them. You kind of memorize and relate them, okay? So playing just the prime notes, we have D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and D. Right? That's the octave. Now look, this is a trick that I think is extremely helpful as well. So this is an octave. You have an F here, the same as this F right here on the 1st fret, okay? So this is the octave. So one string apart, this is an 8th, an octave. And you can take that and go down the line here. So if you go F sharp, that's an F sharp too, right here. That's an F, that's F sharp, that's G, right here. This is a G, look at, same thing. Let's keep going. G sharp or A flat, A. Okay, this is an A, just like this. All right, we're still working. This is the 4th string, okay? This is 6, 5, and 4. 4th string from the 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? Oops, there we go. Let's keep going. We got B flat or A sharp right here. Okay, you got B, C, C sharp or D flat. You got D, and there's D sharp or E flat, and back to the octave right there, okay? So playing just the prime notes, we have D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and D. All right, that's the octave. Let's do that again. Back to the top, D to E. And relate the notes always, look, right? That's an open E, right? You know that. I think we just found an E on the 5th string too. On the 5th string on the 7th fret, right? That's an E. So it's important to relate these notes as you learn them. Play them on all of the strings wherever you can play them. Relate them, okay? So if I took this down, this is F sharp. This is an F sharp too, okay? So we have D, E, F, see that? F, F sharp. Look at this. Okay, that's F sharp, right? This is G. Check it out. That's G. This is a great way to cross-reference the notes and really start to memorize and internalize them. Okay, let's keep going. That's G. This is G sharp, right? Or A flat. There we go, look at that. That's A flat and G sharp right here. This is A. Just like this, A. We have open A here. A sharp, B flat, Okay, now let's just keep going here. We got B, and you know B's on the 7th fret there. Look at that, B. We also have a B on the 2nd fret on the 5th string, right? A sharp, and B. B, B, and where was the B here? There we go, okay? We know there's no sharps or flats between B and C, so we're going straight a half step to C. Right there, C. And so forth and so on till we get to the octave. That's C sharp and D. Okay, where else do we have a D? Right here. And open D. All right, so we just learned 3 strings, and then the next video we're gonna learn these 3 strings. Okay, so it's daily practice, going over what we just did. Relating the notes to each other, randomly picking a note and saying the note name. All right, so that's D flat or C sharp, okay? That's the 5th string on the 4th fret, okay? 5th string on the 4th fret. D flat or C sharp. Randomly pick a note, right there. That's a C sharp, okay? That's on the 9th fret. And just keep doing that. F sharp. And then cross-reference, okay? Good luck with this. We're gonna revisit this next week. Please, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. If you feel I left something out of this video, don't hesitate to share. Please subscribe, like, share, and all that good stuff. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you to the second half of this video.